What's up guys, PipeUp101 here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a weapon for Blade and Sorcery 8.4 Beta 8, which just got released on February 9th, 2021. So let's get started. Also, the main point of this video after I make the weapon is going to be showing you how to actually set up the Json for the weapon because it's different. So let's get to it. You're going to want to drag it in, create a material like usual, set it to both, and drag in the texture. So albedo, emission, metallic, normal. Metallic, normal, and emission, drag it on. Drag it onto our weapon, and it looks like this. Okay. We should probably scale it. So if we go to one of our previous mods, let's just take in this. You can see that this model that I put in, made by Galaxy, is enormous. So now we just have to scale it a bit first. Now, I think that size is, maybe it's still a little big. Let's use the Darksaber for our reference as well. Yeah. Also, for those of you that are watching, the Darksaber is going to be updated. I just need to spend a little bit of time working on the code. I just have not had a whole lot of time recently, but I figured I'd start by making this tutorial video. Okay, easy peasy. Now we are going to cheat a little bit. Just drag in our model. And we still have all of the components like usual. And if you don't know what any of these mean, check out the second video in my How to Make Mods tutorial series. And you will learn how to make them. But for now, set the holder point right there. Parry point's good where it is. Preview is not small enough. So let's set it to be right there. Wish is good. Let's just make it a little bit higher actually. The collider blade needs to be shrunk a whole lot. And for this particular weapon, I do not want it to have an imbue, simply because the imbue, or the emission, is on the handle right now, which makes this part glow. If I add the imbue, the ability to imbue it, then it won't actually imbue the blade. It'll imbue the handle, which will look very bad. So definitely do not want to do that. Also, this is the first commissioned mod I am live streaming, so figured I'd give you guys a rundown on that. And if any of you would like to commission a mod, you can always message me through YouTube, or you can always message me through Discord or Patreon if you're so inclined. There's many ways to get in contact with me, and depending on the scope of your mod, I will happily be able to make it for you. Because one of my favorite parts about this game is having everybody play with something they like. That is why most of my mods, yes, they are weapon based, but I've also included many that are specific to whatever gameplay you like to do. Gameplay changes, like, for example, my dismemberment mod, which has, oh gosh, at this point almost 90,000 downloads total. It's crazy. But I will say, honestly, one of the most tedious parts about making all these mods is just making sure that the colliders are set up right. Because you want it to feel real. Well, you want it to feel as real as possible, I guess. Because you want it to fit in game with whatever aesthetic you're looking for, or you're trying to make. So for example, with this weapon, yes, I'm going to put a little bit more detail into it because it is a commission. But at the same time, all of my weapon mods, the colliders are probably the best part of the mod because of the time that I spend on it. And if I decide if it's for a pack or something like that, like my new Viking pack, well, I may use the collider script that I purchased with the donations to my Patreon account. And that makes it so much quicker. And the quicker I can do it, the more mods I can make for all of you. But for something like this, I'd want to make sure that everything is as accurate as possible. Because especially for a commission, you want to get what you pay for. So for the one that commissioned this mod, I will also, of course, give them a link to this video. And, you know, in the future, maybe they won't be requesting mods from me. Maybe they'll be doing it themselves. But regardless, it is all about the good of the community. That's why I spend the time to make all these videos for you guys. And to be frank, it's really fun trying to help everybody learn. I know a bunch of the guys in the Discord are always open to helping everybody out. I know Aya always helps everyone with the code. I know Sushin with weapons. He's helped me plenty, especially when I was first starting off. Drags too. It's nice when there's a community of guys that actually care. And they want to build the platform. They want to build the game up. And let me tell you, this game is already big. So many people love playing this game. And it's only going to get bigger. And right now I believe, last time I checked I was at number 3 for the most downloads for my mods. Granted, I have made 100 mods. It's quite a lot, but at the same time, I put effort into all of them, and I make sure to make them to the best of my ability. Best part is, they're not all singular mods like some of the other members of the community are releasing. I try my best to incorporate mods with multiple weapons as much as possible. For example, my snipers, my paladin pack, my Trials of the Shinobi, witchcraft and wizardry, they all have tons and tons of weapons and items to use. And it just makes gameplay better. You know, you want to truly be able to get the feel of the game. And at the same time have it not feel like a game. You want to be able to just play and not have to worry about anything else. Because while this is a game purely of enjoyment, it's also a little bit of an escape from real life. Because in real life, you do not get to chop off people's heads because that is bad. We don't do that. Okay. So let's check this. And maybe shrink it a little. Alright, that handle's looking a lot better. And let's check how perfect we got it. Looks like we covered everything. Alright, now we want to make sure that there is no emission, or at least no imbue emission. We'll still have the emission on the item because we turned the emission on. Fly ref, of course, is at the tip of the blade. Handle. Let's work on this a little bit. Okay, zoom up, and we want it to be facing this way. So let's change this to -90. And the handle is directly on that, which I like. Let's do 0.4. Let's do 0.5. Have a little bit more wiggle room of where you can actually hold your weapon. And just because I'm feeling in a good mood, why not add in a second handle? Drag it down. Put it right there. Do not want it. Because this is made to be a high quality commission, why not go a little bit further than that? By that, I mean, let's make a third handle. The reason why I'd say 3 is because look at how long and slender the blade is. You can definitely easily hold the blade, or at least you should be able to. And let's set it to 0.7. That should be good. And maybe it's a little bit big, but it's close enough. Those are what the handles look like. Cover all the base points of the weapon. Pierce connected to collider blade / collider blade. Blunt's all finished. And I believe we are all set, guys. Not very difficult to make a weapon, as you can tell. Actually, yeah, I think that's it. That was pretty quick. Let's rename it to be Starsword. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is, this is all the stuff for the Viking pack. If you could not tell, it's a lot. As of right now, there's 7 different weapons, 16 shields, 1 Viking horn, 1 Viking beer mug, because, you can't be a Viking without alcoholism, apparently. At least that's what I've been able to tell from the lore. And I think I'm forgetting something. But if I didn't already say, there's a map. So there's going to be 2 maps, and 2 more weapons are being added. Okay, when I'm done with this, just like every other weapon, you're going to want to drag it into here, set it to default, build it, and of course Plight of Ragnarok is the name of the Viking pack. I figured it really captured the essence of it. But after this is done, you set it the addressable group, you drag this in, you drag the preview in after building those. If you don't know how to do that, check out the second video. I'm not going to do it because then I'll have to reset everything for the Viking pack and rename it, and that's just a little bit tedious, and I don't want to do it. But when I'm ready, and also I'm not going to do it because there's a couple more weapons I need to add to this pack. But what I will show you guys is after you hit build, what you can do is this updated? Yes. Okay. So what I'm going to do is copy this, delete these because we don't need them because they are for a different weapon. Delete that. That is a mod that I'm making for a friend of mine. Now what you're going to want to do is go to Default, Blade and Sorcery, Items, scroll down to a sword. Let's do the common short sword. Go to Mods, go back to the folder we just made, paste it in. Now with the new Json, it's still very, very simple, but I will go through that right now. Name this Starsword. I don't remember the actual name of the weapon in the game that it's from, but I will check that out and name it properly later. It's because it's not really that necessary for the video, but for now, the ID, just name it whatever you want. Starsword, have these both be the same. The display name can be whatever you want. I will still name it Starsword. Alright. The modder's obviously me. It's in the swords path. Don't worry about the rest of these. The icon address. So what I would typically name it is PyPop101's starsword.icon. So then PyPop101's the name of it .icon. So let's do that. And I will say this actually is probably a little bit confusing because I'm not showing it, so let's do that because that's not going to cause any problems for us. Okay. Because it is already made, is it not? Yeah. Drag it in, go to preview, generate the icon. That's what it looks like. It is beautiful, as you can tell. Drag them both in. Simplify. Go to Assets. Addressable Rename Wizard Apply. It adds in the PyPop101's dot. Change this to .icon so it can make more sense for this video, for those of you watching. So PyPop101's .starsword.icon is the actual image that will show up in our book, and the prefab address, the actual model itself. So the blue cube right here, PyPop101's .starsword. Now you can tell that the Json has changed a bit, very slightly. It's mainly just the ordering of everything, but what I can tell you is just make sure to name those exactly how you name it in here to get the weapon to show up in the game. You can change the mass of the weapon, how much it actually weighs. Actually, I'm at 1.3. Always 100 for the imbue. Actually, it doesn't really matter for this weapon because there is no imbue. If you want it to fly from the throw, so in the direction of your blue arrow from the fly ref, you set it to true. 3, 145, and there you go. Now we'll aim towards the fly ref. Now let's scroll down some more. The collider group for what you want to be imbued. What you would do typically is collider blade. So the blade group that you want is the one typically with the imbue. If it's for blunt weapons like a hammer, I'd say collider blunt for the hammer part of it. But the collider groups are something that changed. So if you go to default, blade and sorcery, collider groups, this is what they're named right now. What I would recommend for any bladed weapon, you could easily just leave it at blade sword. But if it's something that you want to either shoot fireballs out or gravity slam, or fireballs and gravity slam, crystal staff. Because if you just attach this if you put crystal staff instead of blade sword, the weapon, when imbued with gravity, when hitting something, will do a gravity slam. But for now, since it's just a blade, I'm going to leave this as Collider Blade because that's the Collider group, and Blade Sword as the imbue, even though this current weapon does not have imbue. Pierce / blunt, those are the same, so it can slash a little bit better, do a little bit more damage. Let's just have it be two-handed. One handle, nope. So what we're going to do is copy it, make sure that the commas are in the right place. So commas after every one of these, and then no comma at the very end. So I named it handle 1, or handle 2 and handle 3. And I just added a whoosh. Whoosh is named the same. Now we save it, and our mod, our sword, and our Json is done. If you guys have any questions about the Json, you can always message me in Discord or leave a comment down in this video. But that is it for this stream. So if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so you can be notified anytime I stream or I upload a video, because I do this 5 to 6 times a week for you guys. And if you haven't already, please check out the Patreon account. Oh, I'm not logged in. Okay. Well, if you go to the Patreon account, you can see the Unity package that I have available. So that will be including this weapon, this pack when I'm done, because every stream I upload, I also include the Unity package. So the Unity package is, you download it, you click the downloaded package. It's a black square. And once having downloaded it, this will instantly go into Unity if you simply have Unity open while you click on the package. But for now, that is it, guys. So thank you for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye.